We back.
You made me feel so insecure. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Bro.
We'll be back.
No, John Terry.
Wait. How you guys been, gents?
Good, bro.
Easy.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Yeah, man. You rest, you rust.
Rest, but
From
to rest.
resting back.
Okay, Oda, how you doing,
Yeah,
bro?
bro, that was horrible. But that's Hoto for you. Nothing different. Just another day in the life. I'm great, my brother. Can't complain too much.
Good.
Yeah, bro,
How
blessed.
you feeling with life under Enzo Maresca, bro?
Oof, I won't lie to you. Bro, it's still early doors. I won't lie to you, but
How many games have you played?
much more.
12.
Yeah, 12.
Mm-hmm.
But
All competitions.
I can see
12 all
No, I'm saying league.
No, league.
League 12.
games.
Yeah, 12 games in, bro.
Oh, time flies.
Not even. I feel like it's moving slow.
Nah, bro, it's
For
quick,
you,
bro.
obviously.
No, I'm saying by
Your
now.
season
last
starts
year-
now, bro.
No, I'm saying leave that. Last year, excluding, I think we had too many international breaks.
This year.
Yeah, but now we don't have one till March, so at least
But
we
think
can watch
about
footies.
think about it. Like by now, usually it's what? October's. So the season starts in August, right?
Yeah.
August, October. August is 4. September is 4. Right? That's 8. Then maybe we say 2 weeks, a week off or 2 in October in the traditional way, right?
Okay, yeah.
Then the last 2 weeks of October gives you 10. Right? Then you had
Yo, I don't know
16
that.
Bro,
right
Ken
now.
Bon is
I don't
actually
know.
like
Like,
why are you saying it? I'm just like, bro, I really hate international football.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, it's
If
really not
we usually like
enjoyable
game
to
week
watch,
16
bro.
by now, bro.
Bro, it's really not enjoyable
Because
to watch.
January
I
you're
won't lie to
hitting 20, you're in 20 something, right? That's why the league ends up ending by decided by end of Jan. Because by game week 20 something, end of Jan Feb.
But guys are getting toe injuries now. Every time they have to go play for the countries, they have injuries
With-
and stuff.
you. Bro, but
Look,
like,
we can go about this two ways. We can do a season
sense.
review, or you can talk about the impact of what's this thing called playing this international
It's the
bullshit.
same thing, bro.
that's the same thing, bro. It's boring to talk about. To be fair,
No, because why? Because there's that whole conversation that players want to strike, right? Because they're saying there's too many games of football. But the other side of the argument is that, yo, bro, I was watching something where they're explaining that salaries bloated up so high compared to what clubs are bringing in. And on top of that, you take into account COVID. So you have to play this amount of games for niggas to make their money back.
bro, clubs, guys. I think you guys need to understand. Clubs need it, guys.
We're not talking about. I don't think
Bro,
the problem
Leon,
was
bro,
the
no,
clubs,
bro, bro.
What do you think
Leon,
the
bro,
problem
guys,
is?
Leon
we're
is gonna
saying
get
that the problem
relegated.
is international football. We're not talking about domestic.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the thing is,
also
understand
the
what he's saying
federations don't
because
have money.
bro,
That's what I'm
it
saying.
hampers the clubs, bro. Do you
Dog.
get what I'm saying?
Like it hampers the clubs from earning their money, right? And but the clubs
How?
No. But Hoto's right. It's not. I think it's the amount of games more than anything. International
but
football
leave
doesn't.
but leave international.
it
They,
doesn't actually
players are
translate
even not
into
even
it.
complaining about the
You get what
international
I'm saying?
only, right? Because Nations League is like the dumbest thing ever created,
I
right?
don't understand that.
But there's also like UEFA now stretched. There's more games in UEFA,
yeah, 100%.
right? Let's say you're just playing in England. Let's leave Spain or anywhere else. UEFA is now stretched. You have more games than ever, and then now you must play Carabao, and you must still play what's the thing, FA Cup, and the league, and then fit in Club World Cup, where the agreement is that if you play, you must bring your best players. So you playing so many games that as a gent, like
No, come on, gents. Hold on. Champions League changes its format because a bunch of guys say we
We're gonna
actually don't
do
want
Super
to.
League.
We don't want to go to Kazakhstan.
yes,
We'll
for the group
shoot
stages.
Bellingham and fucking
Yeah.
stars.
Mm.
Because
Very
that means I need 2 private jets.
It's so unfair to
Yes.
say, but yeah.
But that's facts,
But
bro.
facts.
Real
They-
Madrid don't want to take 2 big jets.
Jets to go play a game that they feel in their heads they don't
Doesn't
need to
make
play.
sense. They can't play
There's no
against
incentive.
Ottawa.
And the only
Ottawa
time
is
when
a,
they
Ottawa's
say
a,
incentive is in
Ottawa's a
January.
clear policeman.
I get.
Ottawa's a policeman during the day.
Yes.
And at night he comes to
Who's
train.
that team? Was it the sheriff or whatever?
Yeah,
that
bro,
team where
guys are
half of those guys
teachers,
were minors and
police
teachers.
teachers.
And then you're playing those guys.
Oh,
in
but guys
Champions
are
League.
being unfair because that's the beauty of football, bro. That's the beauty of
That's
sport.
beautiful for you.
For you, but the cost of sport is
No.
not the beauty of sport.
Perez is saying, I don't
Gents,
have
it
to
costs
take
me.
Benzema to a guy that's actually a teacher.
Yes.
Half the time.
Bro, it's
And
not
I-
all about people. We don't care, bro.
We actually
because
do.
because the guy, no,
Because
bro.
Super League happens
No,
because niggas
bro.
care.
I wanna see heroes.
No, bro.
I wanna
don't
see
care,
heroes.
dog. I don't care.
I want to
You know
see
what?
Michael Essien versus
Bro.
Michael Ballack.
I get that.
Yes,
I
yes.
get that. But yes, most
Yes,
of the time I
don't
want to
say-
see that. No.
don't say
But
all
at
the
the
All
same
the
time,
time.
All the time.
All the
bro.
time.
You want to see Titans versus Titans.
The point of
It's the Champions League.
It's the
No,
best
no,
of
you do
every
nice.
way.
It's the
dog.
Champions League.
It's the best
heavy
everywhere.
hitters.
Yeah.
Heavy
Come
hitters
on,
versus
bro, I
heavy
wanna
hitters.
see-
But
bro.
what I'm trying to get at is, like, for instance, the whole sheriff thing, like the miners and the oaks that are plumbers and stuff.
And cops.
And cops. For them to get to play against a Benzema, bro, wow, that's amazing.
But it's
right?
a cost to me for who?
Okay, make it a charity game then.
Yes.
no,
That's
guys,
Vodacom
no.
Cup.
That's Telkom Charity Cup.
Yeah, get
That's
Vodacom,
disrespectful, bro.
Telkom something.
That's so
Telkom Charity
disrespectful.
Yeah, do something like
That's
that
so
on
disrespectful.
your time.
It's
That
not
plays
disrespectful, bro.
No, but that-
okay, the cost of me going
My
to
thing
this
is-
country. Wait, let me
Guys,
show you something.
You guys,
Let
I
me
understand
show-
from
let
a
me
That's
show
business
you-
going,
point.
it's going, it's
Bro,
going
from a
downhill
business point, I
from
get
there.
what you guys are saying, cool, ne? But from the sanctity of sport, bro, we love to see that.
You
Not
say-
not
you
each
Gary
and every
Neville.
single.
You
Okay,
Gary
okay.
Neville.
No,
The
bro,
football
not Gary
pyramid.
Neville.
Can I ask
The
you a
football
question?
pyramid.
Oh, no,
Okay, let me
The
ask you a
football
question.
pyramid.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If it meant so much for
Yeah.
that game to happen,
Once
has-
in a while, I'm not
wait,
saying
wait,
each and every
wait,
single
wait.
game.
who's
okay,
come
yeah.
out from Sheriff?
Pardon?
Yeah. What happened to those guys?
What interesting prospect?
Wait,
But
where are
bro,
those
but
guys?
but
Where are
guys,
those guys?
You guys are.
Where's
give me-
Sheriff
give me-
guys? Where are the
give-
Sheriff
Guys,
guys?
give me a better example, because it's just Sheriff. Okay, guys.
Alkan. What's that other one? Alkan, ALK.
Name all of them.
Name a player that came out of ALK.
Name all those teams. Tell us what we got. Tell us what football gained.
Guys,
We're not talking about
but
Shakhtar
then-
Donetsk,
but
where,
guys,
where there's guys
Bro,
that
you
came out
can't
of
take a
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Benadio winner
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
a place where the population, half of it don't even understand the game. Half of the guys that are
But
playing
that population
can't
gets to see
dedicate.
Benzema. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not
For-
also
but
about.
what's it for?
What's
bro?
it for?
Bro,
What's
it's
it for?
For instance, as much as I don't have a massive stadium, my fans can be able to witness the greatest players. Live jive. Do you get what I'm saying?
We watched Ronaldinho in Saudi too, but that's because Sundowns asked.
Yes.
And
And then
we
they
didn't
said,
join the
then
Champions
they
League for
told,
that.
they told maybe Barca the agreement that us paying you guys
Bro,
come
we
here.
didn't
They
join
said
the
you
Champions
bring-
League for that.
You bring Ronaldinho.
So, dog, I'm saying, bro, do you understand? If I'm Real Madrid, do you know for Benzema to travel with this guy and this guy and this guy and this
And
guy,
then he might get kicked by a
just
cop.
aliens in the football world? These are aliens. These guys are
Yeah.
the best in the world. These are the
100%,
Galacticos.
100%.
Benzema wants a diet guy. He wants a fitness guy. He wants a
And we're
mental
going to
guy.
see Sheriff.
Dog, I need that for Jude
get it,
Bellingham.
bro.
I
No,
need
I
that
get
for
that.
Chouameni. I need it for.
Yeah,
How
no,
much does it
100%,
cost
100%.
me?
And
to
on
go
top, I might
play-
catch
to
an
go
injury.
play
I was
this
just
guy
about to
that's-
say.
And I
like-
might catch an injury.
to fulfill someone's dream.
Yeah, but
So
guys, it's
Perez's
just-
argument, I understand it.
I
'cause he's
get his
saying,
argument,
I also
bro.
get the
Let's
argument.
watch
I get his argument.
I get both sides, guys, but I'm just like,
Those are charity games you want to watch, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong
I
with
don't
it.
want to watch them, but it's just
No,
like,
but
bro,
that's
the
Real
whole
Madrid
sport,
giving
bro.
back.
No, it's not Real
You
Madrid
haven't
giving back.
expanded.
No.
You haven't even expanded their fan base. Real Madrid get nothing out of it. Is what I'm
They
trying
get
to say.
nothing.
You don't expand their fan base. You don't give them more
definitely do.
exposure. You don't. There's nothing for Real Madrid to gain on this trip, and they have to play El Clasico 3 days afterwards.
Yes.
That's his cry.
Yes.
Now, because you're a plumber,
Yes.
you kick
You kick
Benzema the way you
Benzema.
want.
Because
But bro-
also you're angry just saying this guy is crazy. He's not going to come here and dribble me.
It's the best team in the world, right? They got all the greatest players, right?
Let them get injured.
Bro, let them get injured, bro.
Are you on
You have
crack?
60, 70 games,
Are you on
whatever.
crack?
Doesn't matter.
This is the guy
bro.
that supports speed kicking Kaka.
Yes.
When speed kick Kaka, that
Yes.
for you was
I get it.
Kaka. Let him.
It's like Bote. Remember Joe, when Kevin Prince was saying his worst day was when he injured Balak?
Yeah, no, you are so yo. Yeah, no,
Why?
100%.
Why were you so? Let
That
him
was
get
my
injured.
player. No,
let
that
him
was-
get
no,
injured.
that
But
was
no,
my
let him get
player.
injured
Let him
because
get
football
injured.
dreams, right?
He's a professional.
You guys
Football
are
dreams.
changing the narrative. You guys are
No,
so
that's
horrible.
what you want.
You guys are so
You
horrible.
said football dreams.
You know, you two just switch like that.
Dreams.
You
Football
know what?
just
Switch
like
like
that.
that.
You know
guys
that thing,
are
nah?
wild. You two are wild.
I think I'm a good enough driver.
Actually.
I need to race Lewis Hamilton.
Oh,
Yes,
my word.
that's what you're doing.
Let me
It's-
raise.
Dog, I've had my license for
I
more than
actually
10
can't
years.
wait. I actually
Let me
can't
go
wait.
at it.
And he's a
I
pro,
actually
nah?
can't wait
He's
to
a pro.
people, for people to
Let
listen
him- let
and see
him
this.
get injured.
That's
and
what
see
you
what
say.
You two are mad. You two are
We're not being
madmen.
mad.
actually.
Anyway,
bro.
my point nah,
Yes,
was
please
that
get back to it,
this
yeah?
is why Champions League has to change. Champions League has to change because
Okay,
a
cool.
couple
I
of
get that,
guys
yeah.
say we're not happy with this kind of format, right? And then it becomes longer and it extends and whatever and whatever and whatever, right? I'm still
I think
of the opinion
just
that
a
there's not
sidebar.
too many games, nah?
yeah.
There's not too many domestic games. I think the internationals are what's killing everyone. Like,
You think it's the Nations Leagues and stuff.
yes, some of those games are actually Real Madrid versus Kazakhstan
Ways, yes.
or Sheriff.
Yeah,
you know
they
what I
are.
mean?
Majority of, I don't think anybody, I don't think viewership is like that. I don't think, that's why my issue with UEFA is that what is the pursuit of this?
Yeah,
Because
for me,
who
like,
benefits
guys-
from this thing? Because no one watches this. And I understand. I think Nations League, they sat down in a room with some guy from Deloitte and he said, what's this thing? Add jeopardy to this. No, there was. There was a stats guy who said the reason why this thing is not like internationals don't pop is because, yo, bro, there's no jeopardy in this. So let's add a league to it. But the problem is that the thing about football is prestige. That's why it's so hard to add a new trophy. Right? It's because when you don't, people want things that have prestige. The guys I grew up on have won this thing. So when you sell them on Nations League, nobody has won this thing that they walked around saying, I'm a Nations League champion.
Yeah, because, guys, to be fair, for me,
actually,
the international football calendar should look like this. Qualifiers for big tournaments,
And
and that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
That
that's what it was. But
what it
apparently,
should be.
after COVID,
Yeah.
after COVID, a lot
There's
of
no
top
money.
federations lost money.
There's no
Yeah,
rights.
guys, I won't lie
UEFA
to
to
you.
monitor
Guys, COVID, like,
everybody. You need
I
that
think-
money back. So we need these games to make some money back. And we have Adidas
get that.
who
No,
who
no,
are a
guys, I
sponsor who was saying that, dog, I need to see my value beyond UEFA. And every 4 years.
Like, guys, I won't lie to you. In terms of like COVID and like clubs losing money, I get that. Like, it really hampered like clubs. Like, do you guys realize that Leon might get relegated now?
Because of what
of-
was the issue?
yeah.
There was the story
They
there
have
actually.
money
Bro,
issues.
since- bro,
They're
since
getting
COVID.
liquidated, actually.
Yeah.
Bro, since COVID, they haven't been able to kind of
Olympic
recover.
Lyon.
No, but that's a France issue.
Bro,
if you
it's a
ask me.
France
It's
issue.
not a club
Bordeaux,
issue.
bro, Bordeaux, the
Bordeaux's
same thing
gone
happened.
to the fourth
To
division.
the fourth
or something.
division, bro. Do you understand?
And every player's for sale. Every
also-
single player,
and
all the
also-
assets are for sale.
So what, is it a French economic issue in terms of the league not giving
Yes,
him money?
it's a French
Yeah.
economic issue in that nobody no
No
one's
one
buying
wants
TV
to-
rights.
Bro,
to
no
watch
one,
Ligue 1.
no one watches that league, bro. And don't forget, the last 4 years, the biggest stars have all left. They had Messi, they had Neymar, they had Mbappe. Who
I
watches
But how
Isn't
do you
that-
fix it? I don't think there was
who
You don't
enough.
tune
fix
into
it,
that
bro.
league now?
You don't fix it. I think the league was never
So how can
sustainable.
Ajax, how can Eredivisie sustain itself and the French league can't?
That's
that's nuts.
easy. That's a different. They use different models completely.
Yeah,
Also-
bro, because
Bro,
I'm saying-
Eredivisie has
I'm
never
saying-
been a superstar league. They've never chased the big guys. They don't.
they've always been a feeder. Do you get what I'm saying?
Ajax is the biggest club there, and
Okay.
they come with Ntonas only. And then they sell for big money.
So the big leagues is what? It's Italy, England, Spain, Germany, right?
Yeah.
Those ones are sustainable.
Yeah.
Italy.
Portugal's also sustainable.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
saying
yeah.
the ones that
You said
TV
Italy,
rights,
England, Spain.
Italy, England, Spain, Germany.
Yeah.
People want those TV rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys telling me the French couldn't figure out what Germany did?
They tried,
But it's
bro.
because of.
Bro, they-
Are you saying that because there's no ownership in model in Germany, that's why Germany is sustainable?
No.
Bro, like Germany, bro, German fans, the fact that I think the whole structure of the ownership thing, that's why like fans will always pack those stadiums, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? They,
But are you
they
telling
honestly
but they're
feel
not playing.
a part
I
of
don't
the
think. I don't think
say-
League,
say
League
it
You
One.
get what I'm
again?
saying? So remember, with the German league, I stand to be corrected, but it's 50-50.
It's 50-50, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
The ownership.
Yeah, there's no ownership. There's no 100%
You get what I'm
ownership in Germany. I
So
think.
my thing is like your stadiums will always be packed because of that.
Because you have shareholders.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? So as a fan, I feel like that is
I'm a
my
part of
club.
But I
this
don't
thing.
I'm
think
a part of it.
I
do
don't
you get what I'm
think there's
saying?
teams. I think it's only Italy. There's teams where they play in stadiums that are empty.
Bro, German.
I don't think League R is empty. I don't think the issue is ticket sales, right? The bigger thing is which is TV rights, which
TV
is
rights.
What do,
contributes-
okay, so
I
am
think TV
okay.
rights contribute the most. That's why England is so powerful because the TV rights.
No,
deal-
100%. No, 100%.
The TV rights deal is so
100%,
powerful, right?
100%.
Because Bob Burnley and them wouldn't sustain themselves in 20,000.
But also, it's not just
seats.
to Otto's point, bro. Like the other day, I saw that Arsenal.
Oh yeah, then economic
uh,
contribution. What is that thing? Let me check for it.
Yeah,
It's a crazy
crazy, bro.
stat.
It's like
It's
a
a crazy
billion or
stat.
something stupid.
What
in
are
a
you guys
season,
saying?
eh?
What are you guys saying?
I'm gonna read it for you.
So
I'm gonna find it
Arsenal
for you.
contributed
Yeah.
to
The English
to,
GDP.
to the English GDP.
Yes.
Like
Explain.
2.6
Get in, yeah.
2.6 billion pounds, I think.
Yes.
Or I don't know, but it was like a crazy number, and that's one team, right?
Yeah.
And what goes with that is like, and I was saying this to somebody the other day, is that when those guys package things, they package them so well, bro, because you go now to watch a Chelsea game.
Yeah,
You're gonna watch Chelsea get walloped by Arsenal at Stamford Bridge on Saturday.
Okay, that's not gonna happen,
Right.
but yes.
But you
Yeah.
know that maybe midweek there's a Carabao Cup game, for example.
100%.
That means you're leaving on Monday, no? You're flying British Airways.
100%.
You get there, and you're gonna be a tourist. You're gonna go see the Big Ben on the Monday.
Yeah,
you're
no,
gonna go to
definitely,
Whatever.
bro,
You're spending
definitely,
money at the
definitely,
museums. You're doing all these other things,
Definitely.
right?
You know,
Tuesday
walk
you
into the
might
stadium
go watch
even though
it,
the game is not playing.
Yeah, 100%.
on
Like,
Tuesday you're going
bro,
to the museum,
100%, bro.
and you're gonna go for a stadium tour.
Definitely.
And you're paying for all of
definitely,
these
yeah.
things, right? That means you're taking the train, you're taking a bus, you're taking an Uber, you're spending money on food, you're buying memorabilia.
Yeah, let me read
So
the
you
thing. Yeah.
It's accommodation. So you spend so much money there that effectively the money you spend, although you went there for Chelsea, you might spend triple what it costs you actually just to go watch Chelsea
Yeah,
play.
no, it's an excursion.
So here's the
You get
thing.
what I'm
100%,
saying?
Arsenal
so it's a full-on experience.
contributed $500 million to the UK economy in the
In one season, eh?
in one season, 2022 to 2023. The club supported more than 4,400 jobs in the UK, generated 228 million in UK tax revenue. The Emirates attracts 1.6 million supporters, boosting the local economy.
And where are those guys from? Those
Yeah,
are
that's how
guys.
nuts
That's a guy from South Africa going there. That's a guy from China.
Nigeria, do you get what I'm
See what I'm
saying?
saying, bro?
They say, excluding this person visiting England,
Wow.
the
wow,
basis of
wow,
their visit
wow.
could be just to visit their club.
And guys, don't forget, like, bro, your guys' tickets
And
aren't
they're in
cheap
London.
either.
But no, leave the
Tickets aren't
tickets.
cheap, bro.
They're in London. London's already a tourist attraction.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But they
do so
contributed
much.
on top of that to London's economy.
Okay, so now, okay.
So if
Like,
France
I hear
is
all of
doing
that.
well,
I was
So if
supposed to say,
France
like,
is doing well-
how do we fix the front
you
issue?
don't. That's like
No,
saying you're
I
gonna fix it.
disagree because I always say, and it's what the German, the Bayern guy said. The Bayern guy said the reason why the EPL is so big globally, it's not just the level of the football. It's the fact that he's like, dog, when we go on international, preseason, two teams leave here. It's Borussia and Bayern. Leaving. It's like, dog, in England, 20 teams are going. Leeds,
Where for
Leeds,
preseason?
for preseason. Leeds have a base in Australia
Yeah, no,
of fans.
those guys go everywhere. Like,
Do you understand
Bournemouth
how
goes
crazy
to
that is?
Spain, yeah, bro.
What's the thing? Tottenham goes to Asia,
Yeah, bro.
right? And he was saying that the model we are building is that we are not creating value outside of this place here because Bayern should be thinking league instead of Bayern only. It helps us more for German football if the product of German football goes somewhere else.
Okay, so do you think that's what the French league is doing with PSG? Because it feels like it's just PSG
But
only.
you're not invested even in PSG that much. Because there was a moment of they spent money on a couple players and it didn't work. I think if Tuchel wins Champions League, for example, the story gets a bit different for them.
Bro, Bayern Munich won Champions League before.
But I'm saying, but that's why you know Bayern. The investment in Bayern, dog, Bayern drops skippers now, right? When Eddie did their current run of skippers, the face of the thing was basically Arsenal, right? You launch Arsenal. Then after that, it's when they did that 3 other run where they brought that thing where they had Zidane, they had
Vieira.
they had, I forgot.
Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Schweinsteiger.
It was, they had
And Schweinsteiger.
by
Yeah.
Schweinsteiger. Do you
Yeah.
understand? It was, and then Del Piero.
Yeah, 100%.
Those are the 5 clubs. They saying to the world, we are presenting this to the
back
world.
these guys, yeah.
We back, but it's saying that we make profit in these keepers, right?
No
it's
way.
why Arsenal can do a mid-season the knife project thing, then they do Ian Wright thing, right? Is that as Bayern you can do those so many keepers and sell them in an African country, right? Who are not your biggest spenders, but it says that there's a buyer pool. There's a pool that this club has outside, right? It's the reason why they went from Uber Eats to McDonald's, right? As a title sponsor. They got a title sponsor for the league.
What's
That
your
shows how
point?
desperate they are for money.
What's your point on the thing? You were
My
saying
point on the French league is that the reason why it will explode, which I didn't realize was a scary way, Bordeaux is going to the 4th tier.
Bro, they're in the 4th tier.
not
understand
going,
that?
they've
Bro,
gone.
Andy
You
Carroll.
understand? I'm
Do you
Andy
getting-
Carroll
understand-
plays
do you
there.
understand that,
Andy
Lacazette-
Carroll plays there.
Lacazette is that the thingy, bro. Do you understand that
Is it
Lacazette plays for Lyon?
Yeah, is it Lyon?
Guys, do you understand that they're in so much trouble right now that all of their players are for sale? Do you guys realize how bad it
Yes,
is?
That's
everyone.
what's up with the
is-
stadium, bro.
All their players are for sale.
Every asset is for sale.
all of
Do you understand how nuts that is?
But
They
that's
might become
bad that is, bro.
PSL.
I'm
They
saying
might
you don't
become
fix it.
PSL and
That's
just
what
sell
I'm
their
saying.
status.
That's what I'm saying. You don't fix it. Things like that happen because
They're not supposed to happen.
a league looks at
structure
PSG and says, "You have Messi, or fuck Messi. You have Ronaldinho and all the stars. We're gonna ride on that."
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. That's the
that
biggest
was,
mistake.
bro. That
But
was
that's
the
what
biggest
happened.
one.
That's what happened to Barca.
Bro, that was.
But
That's what happened to Barca.
But La Liga is sustainable.
But the thing's
La Liga is sustainable.
sustainable.
Yeah.
But
Ligue
the
A
Ligue
isn't.
A was riding on PSG.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Therefore, the
I'm
league
arguing your
collapses.
counterpoint saying that the league, you can't put Barca in that thing because I'm saying to you that you can't put
No,
your whole
you
money.
can't disrespect Barca like that, bro.
Yes, I'm saying, but La
Can't,
Liga was
bro.
sustainable, right? Barca made a mistake. They did.
No.
Gents,
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Wait, guys,
Barca,
it's the
Barca
same
in any, Barca in any
Definitely not
context,
the same thing.
it's not the same thing because
it's not the
La
same
Liga
thing,
is
bro.
sustainable because and La Liga are riding on
That's-
Barca's
that's
coattails
what
to,
I'm saying.
to be
I'm saying-
sustainable.
I'm saying the thing crumbles when a guy is when you take one face away and the
Yes.
thing crumbles.
Yes, I
right?
get what you mean.
I'm saying. I'm not saying.
Oh, you
La
saying
Liga
that it shouldn't
crashes.
crumble. It shouldn't
I'm saying
crumble
Oh,
when-
Barca
okay.
crashes
because they put
Messi
their
has to
bet
go.
on it.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%.
Yes, yes.
So
the face.
League
yes.
A's chips were all in one basket.
Yeah, bro.
And that basket's going to
And
the
on the
Bernabeu.
success of one team,
Bro, when you have a president of a
100%.
country asking a brew to stay,
That's
It's a
nuts.
problem, bro. Yeah, no,
tells
no,
you
no,
that the
yeah, no,
problem
no.
is
That tells
I'm
us
using-
there's a big
no,
problem. But
Definitely,
wait,
bro.
wait, wait.
Definitely,
Let's go back.
Definitely.
Let's go back. Don't you think the problem starts way before when you have the fact that prior to that, for the league existing for so long, it was existing for very long before PSG get bought. That they never. Dog, we've always known Marseille.
Bro, I've
We've
always
known
known
Lyon.
I've always known Marseille. Like, for
always
instance,
known Lyon.
Benzema, Michael Essien.
Yeah.
Certain players came
We've always
from,
known
you get what I'm
those
saying?
things.
Those
But
clubs,
now
right?
my issue is that those clubs never become
They're not
the
celebrated.
next
bro.
phase. No, they don't go
They
dog,
don't develop to the next
to the next
level.
phase. Yes, because for years you can't watch Juve get demoted to CRB, then come back and they're still there. AC there was a point where after 2012 they're not a club basically that is competing in anything. Inter were like
But
the
it
Serie A
works, bro.
dead.
BVB hasn't changed.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying but they have a sustainable model.
But
Marseille and them
maybe
don't
that's
create.
but maybe that's those guys.
I think
Monaco
Sorry,
did
guys,
that.
I've got an emergency.
Yeah.
Monaco did that for a while.
Yes, but there's no, Khotso, you know, my argument about this, right? Is that, I agree with you that the biggest problem is that you guys see money and you don't believe it. An owner comes in and you say, oh my fucking word, someone's gonna spend money on us, right? And as someone is spending money on you, your next phase, you don't go, yo dog, let's create sustainability outside of this guy. Because you guys are all twirling and dancing to him, thinking he's going to lead you from it. And then when he doesn't do it, now you're holding this kid hostage. And when I agree with you that's when it's bad. But prior to that, what are you guys doing?
The problem is that guy.
Before
were
you
okay.
guys, before
No.
that guy comes,
No, the
why-
league is probably saying we were okay. The problem is you let PSG do this. Do you know what I mean? And that's a sustainability question that leagues need to account for.
but the fact that you
Because
never
if
wanted
you-
to watch them, before PSG get
But
there,
they were surviving. They were in League R and they were okay. They were competing and everything was okay. They weren't crashing. There was no recession in their world. They were okay. Then you bring in other factors. Like you bring in one super club.
okay,
If you bring in a one crazy super club here,
yeah,
it will mess up the league fundamentally. A lot of things will change. A lot of things will happen. And if there's no things to control those things, like a fair play, like a this, like a that, then you don't have a competitive league anymore. You have one guy who's going to win this thing and then bring in whoever he wants to bring in and pay whoever he wants to pay and then try and fight for the Champions League. And then you let that thing run in the hopes that that will then be the face of this league, right? But
Yeah.
what you've done is you've compromised your league. You've let one club run riot for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's inflated everybody's wages because this guy came in and said, a player's now a clipper, as an example.
yeah, he put
Now-
202.
Now a guy,
Turned into
So
a
PSG is the problem, guys.
that's my view, bro.
I think
I don't know. I
bro,
don't know
bro,
the whole French
Because,
story.
bro,
I
like,
hear
I also
you.
don't know. I also
I
don't
hear
know,
you,
but
right?
like,
I hear you, right? I think dog.
oh, okay, I want to ask the question. Is it that, and I hate to say this as a Chelsea fan, do you think them pumping money into a team they didn't like maybe do it right because the league wasn't sustainable?
Yes, that's what Khotso's saying.
I'm saying
Yeah.
the league
Khotso's saying
allowed
that,
it to happen.
bro.
Khotso's saying that you can't bring money into a situation that wasn't ready for it. You're going to bring gluttony, then it's going
Like,
to fall apart.
there needs to be a
Bro,
plan,
dog,
bro.
You guys
Dog.
basically like blew it. It's
Yeah.
like blew it. You gave
Bro,
them,
now I
you
play
gave
for-
them 100 million.
dog.
They're bound to blow it, dog. If you get a couple of
Now,
people who have never seen
I'm
money in their life, they're
17,
going to do
Leon
it.
want me. I'm 17 or I'm 18. Leon want to sign me. But PSG may want to sign me. Now, what I'm going to say to Leon is give me a clipper.
So, wait. Okay,
Yeah,
wait,
bro,
I want to bring this
Yeah.
thing full circle, right? So now, do you
Because
say,
Monaco also, Mbappe.
Yes, I'm saying, do you now look at it and say, wait, the football model in Europe per se, as a whole, it's why then the clubs can eventually go to Super League, is that the model was not sustainable, period, from the league's perspective outside of England. Like, it's that boy, the guy who's the head of La Liga's issue, right? He says, dog, generally England are the only Super League here. They're the only ones who can sustain themselves to a point where they made the salaries inflated for the rest of Europe.
Yeah.
Them and two teams
Yeah.
outside of them.
No,
Outside of
they did.
it's
I think anybody who
English
sells,
Premier League and then
Yeah,
Barca
bro.
and
it's tricky. I think any league that sells, it's tricky. Like, I think the French league was a selling league.
It still is a selling league,
It
bro.
should be.
I think some leagues you
Right.
can be selling.
No,
leagues.
but now the
But
problem is
I think the model before 2010, right? Before 2010, the model, as much as yes they say that Abramovich changed everything, whatever, I still say that he didn't impact the world in that way that dog, when City now get involved, you go, oh, there's a second guy who can do this, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, the
Then
league was
another guy-
already
then-
sustainable,
then
bro.
PSG
Like the
comes in.
Premier League was already the best league in the world when that happened, when Rowan came in. Do you get what I'm
Yes,
saying?
but that's what I'm saying. That
Like, it was
that-
already
that
the
what
most
they
watched.
What they did already they had said, dog, when one English is the biggest language outside, right?
Yeah.
I always say the second biggest language in Africa most probably could be French,
It's definitely French, bro. Yeah.
right? That league alone, there are French countries where, dog, there's in every advert these Americans do for hungry kids in Africa, there's a kid wearing an Arsenal top, United top, or a Chelsea top. You understand what I'm saying? So you've sold the league to the world. I'm saying to Khoto that the thing that the French league, which I agree with Khoto, they should have sat down, is say, yo, bro, wait, let's try and market this league before we make
Before
sure
we
that
lose
yes, before you lose, because
Because
PSG
PSG had the money.
PSG's
They
on
should have
their own
actually
run.
sat down. You guys
they
are
should
right.
have sat down.
They should have sat down. Like, guys, this is the
Yes.
plan. Like, for instance, how Saudi's doing it.
Yes.
Because Saudi has a plan, bro.
Yes.
Like
As
Saudi,
much as
bro,
it's all
Saudi,
over the place in
guys,
money,
I won't lie
but
to
they
you.
have a plan.
Saudi's not gonna end up like the Chinese league or the
Yeah,
bro.
the
I'm
Indian-
telling
remember
you
how the
now,
Chinese league made a
100%,
mistake?
bro. I'm telling you now,
The league for me
bro.
is
Those
the Chinese
guys
league.
have a plan
Where
because
Oscar and them went and then Hulk, you spend
Bro.
so much money,
Boom, boom,
then-
boom, boom, and it's
Yes.
done.
100%. Those guys have a
And
plan,
that's what I'm saying.
and it's
that
gonna be sustainable.
It's unfair to close this topic. It's unfair then to make the soccer players make them play so many games on mistakes that execs made.
Bro, it's the name of the game, bro. Like,
It's not the name of the game.
fair,
dog.
not fair, bro.
It's not
Sonke
fair, bro.
kwamele sespanini ntwana. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's not fair.
Khalunga khali kwamele spanini
No.
ntwana. You gotta
You-
eat, right?
So which side of the argument are you? You saying that
Bro.
you have to inflate these games and get my money back?
Bro, like, I know it's unfair to be a sportsman, but bro, you gotta roll with the punches, man.
Then don't be shocked when
Antwana,
now when you want people to sign agreements on a contract
Antwana,
for
mina-
a league that nobody already a cup
Listen here,
that
listen
nobody
here.
wants.
For me as a Chelsea fan, I'm unfair. Ntwana, me, I've got a stack squad. Angandaba. People get injured, doesn't matter.
There's a glass guy.
We'll
there.
go,
You
bro.
You
can't
cried
put
for
middle
Lavia
class.
for a
Pardon?
season. You cried for
gonna
one
cry
It's
for
guy.
fine, bro. It's fine,
After
dog.
spending a clipper, you can't even play.
Okay, guys, it's a wrap.